This is a short tutorial to take you through the process of creating black and white images in Photoshop. As with all projects, I'll start by making a project folder. And set it up for my project. I like to have the following structure. Something like that. Occasionally I'll include documents. I understand that's different from Peter's naming, but I find this easier to work with. I'm going to go on the internet and get a picture. That'll do. And right click the picture, save image as, desktop, the folders I just made, images, and I'm happy with the name of it. And I know it's a JPEG, so I'll save that. Next I'll load up Photoshop. This tutorial will take you completely through the process in Photoshop. We won't be using Illustrator. Now, it says I can drag and drop an image, or I'm going to click the open button and navigate to where I saved that, images, and open it directly. This will give me a canvas scaled exactly to the size of the image, and we'll worry about scaling it for A3 at the end of the tutorial. Okay. Just reset my window here to Essentials. And I go down to my Layers panel down here, just click Layers to make it appear. I'm on my background layer, Adjustments, and Threshold. Now I get this box here, and I can move this around. I feel like I can't see a lot of the frog because of the difference in the background. There's many ways to deal with that, but a quick way I can do is add a curves adjustment. Nothing fancy. Getting something there, and then I still don't really have what I want, so I can burn. Exposure up. Now, there's a non-destructive way to do this, but this is a very simple way, using the burn tool over here. If you don't have it, you can click and hold any of the tools with an arrow to get this menu, and click the burn. I have to keep clicking and dragging with burn to get something like this. Okay. Selectively go over parts of the image like so. This is all just putting more detail in. And then finally, I'm going to put on my paintbrush, which are in black. Go up here to change the size. Take off my smoothing there. No. No, I didn't have to do so much black, but I could do something like that. Okay, now I have this image. And just put it back in there. Okay. And next I'm going to emulate the effect whereby we get this kind of smoothing, although it looks pretty good, but we can do a medium blur. So make sure I'm on my picture background, go up to filter, noise, medium, and you see how it smooths out. So back to 1 is like that, 2, a little bit more. Okay. And now we want to export this for A3 printing. I'm going to go File, New, and A3. This might not be in your recents. You can go up here to Print. Okay, View All Presets, and you should have A3. And looking at the image, it'll print better in a landscape orientation, which is over here. Click it. That'll create a new, as you can see here. I go back to my Java tree flag, and so in order to get the full image, I'm going to right click, merge visible, and now I have a layer that has all those adjustment layers applied to it. Probably, if you're familiar with non-destructive editing, you're cringing right now, but I'll put it back in a second. So, sorry, I go to Edit, Copy, back here, paste. Okay, and if I go back here, I can always edit, undo, merge visible, and I come back to where I was, so I can continue to play with the image if I'm not happy. Now, we have our image in here, and we're going to use, first of all, just make sure on layer there, and go Edit, Transform, and actually we want free transform because this will put a cage that we can do by hand, like that. And if I grab a corner and then hold the Alt key on my keyboard, I get it like that. Yeah. And you can see it's kind of pixelated a little bit. Looks pretty good. Remember, you know, you'll be losing detail in the actual carving process as well. So we'll export this. So now we want to put it out for a PDF so we can print it in A3. Save as, save in your computer. This time desktop, black and white image, and I'm going to go to my exports folder and go down here, save as, and down to Photoshop PDF. I'm going to call this Tree Frog A3. That's all fine, click save. I'm going to say don't show again. I'm not too concerned about this because we now get this box with settings for PDF, and it's absolutely fine. We can click save PDF. We get another one of these things. Don't show it again. You don't need to know about it. That's absolutely fine. And if you want to come back to this project, so this was our printing A3 size. I'm going to get rid of that because we've saved it as a PDF. So no. And this is our original one we were working on with our threshold and curves. I want to file, save in my computer, desktop, my black and white image, and projects folder, because this will be our paint shop project, or a PSD file, which I can go back into at any time and change. Save, maximize BAVA is fine. So we actually saw two ways of saving a file there, one to a PDF and one as a paint shop file. That's fine. And what you want to do then is go to our exports, our PDF, load, and then we can go up to here to print. And your settings on a Mac might be a bit different, but what you have to be conscious of is the paper size. Set that to A3, and it's good. We can see that this hasn't changed. It's still going to print in A3. It looks good. And also, if we want to get rid of the white border, we can do that as well. So how do we do that? Also, your orientation, if it's wrong, you can change it there. This is absolutely fine. We go to more settings at the bottom, and right down here, grayscale, we can set that to monochrome. I'm not sure if that matters. Borderless printing, you might have an option for this. If you turn that on, press OK, you now have a page of print using a tremendous amount of black ink. But if you do want to print right up to where the bleed is, you can do that. Click print and you'll have your printed image. Okay? Hope that helps.